The mystery man of India. Our first glimpse as the Rajputana came alongside at Marseille. And there's a woman of whom you've probably all read, but never seen in a picture. Miss Madeline Slade, the English daughter of an admiral, who now prefers to be known as Malara Ben. She's one of Mr. Gandhi's most devout disciples. She's leading the way ashore now. And just behind her comes Mr. Gandhi, dressed as he said he would be, in just his loincloth, even in the chilly climes of Europe. And he's carrying with him his pots and pans, which he declared at the customs. He was trotted around Marseille to several receptions and made one or two speeches which rather frightened the French authorities. But when asked to speak into the sound film microphone, he said, "I think not." And so we go on our way to England. Well, here we are at Folkestone, with the Biarritz coming alongside, and as Gandhi said, in proper English weather, pouring rain and bitterly cold. Miss Slade was the first ashore to tend to the luggage, that is, the goat's milk, etc. She was followed by Gandhi's son, and then came the little man, still scantily clad, but with an extremely wet blanket around his tiny frame. I'm sure he must have been frozen. We were in thick overcoats. He picked his way through the puddles along the quay side, and he was wearing sandals, by the way, to the waiting motor car, for he decided that he'd rather go up to London by road. He insisted on sitting up in the front seat with the driver. He said that he could see better that way. So he tucked himself in, and so off to London, whilst his followers went by the boat train. In town, quite a lot of people had waited in the pouring rain outside the Friends Meeting House on the Euston Road to see what he really looked like. But at first they were quite disappointed because he went in the back way. But shortly afterwards he left by the front way. And then they really did see quite a lot of him, even his knees. No, he won't speak into the microphone. And so to his popular home, where we leave this bizarre little man, whose coming has caused so much comment, complete with loincloth, spinning wheel and goat's milk, feeling sure that he cannot complain of his reception or the publicity he has received, from which, by the way, we always understood that he shrank.
I regard myself as a soldier, though a soldier of peace.
Moi, je me considère comme un soldat, quand même, un soldat de la paix.
I know the value of discipline and truth.
Je sais très bien la valeur de la discipline et de la vérité.
I must ask you to believe me when I say that I have never made a statement of this description, that the masses of India, if it became necessary, would resort to violence.
En attendant, laissez-moi vous dire que je n'ai jamais dit que les masses de l'Inde, si c'était nécessaire, recourraient à la violence.
I regard myself as incapable in my lucid moments of making a statement of this character. It is complete independence that we want.
Mahatma Gandhi, the 63-year-old leader of 300 million people, stands ready today to give his life for the cause of political independence in India. Although his voluntary death fast in prison may be over when these pictures appear, the little old man has shown himself willing to make the supreme sacrifice. Weighing only 86 pounds after his last meal, doctors predicted that even 10 days of starvation would be fatal. Gandhi's present attitude recalls his words spoken on his visit to Geneva, when he described to his listeners his duty as he saw it.
I regard myself as a soldier, though a soldier of peace.
Well, hello, Mac.
How are you
Glad
today?
to see you. Boy, I haven't seen you since I was city, boy. Looks good to see an old friend. Say, is Mahatma Gandhi here today?
Yes, he's here today.
Well, look, how do you think his chances? Is there any chance of getting a little talking picture of him? We got all our sound equipment.
A talking picture?
Yeah, we got all the sound equipment right here in the truck. Bring the stuff in, Anthony. Right in here. Hurry up and unload it now.
You want a talkie of him?
Yeah, we want to get a talkie of him.
Well, Mr. Gandhi is one of the most difficult subjects in the world for a talkie. He has a very feeble voice. And moreover, he has a very deep prejudice against being photographed at all. If England does not grant your demands, what course of action will you follow then?
Of course, civil disobedience and all other phases of Satyagraha are always at our disposal, but whether we shall resort to this weapon immediately or what other steps we shall take, I cannot judge at present.
If England grants your demands, Mr. Gandhi, do you intend to have complete prohibition in the new Indian state?
Oh, yes.
Absolute prohibition?
Absolute.
And do you intend also, if India wins its independence, to abolish child marriages?
I should very much like to, even before.
Do you expect England this time will give India full self-government?
That also is more than I can say.
But you are hopeful.
I am an optimist.
You are an optimist. If you go to the second round table conference, will you go attired in native Indian dress or will you prefer European dress?
I shall certainly not be found in European dress. And if the weather permitted, I should present myself exactly as I am today.
Yes. And if the King of England invited you to dinner at Buckingham Palace, you would go in your customary Indian dress?
In any other dress, I should be most discourteous to him, because I should be artificial.
If England does not grant your demand, are you prepared to return to jail again?
I am always prepared to return to jail.
Would you be prepared to die in the cause of India's independence?
It is a bad question.